Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a very exciting flip through of my second journal, which was my 3-week Japan 2024 trip travel journal. I'm so excited to share this with you guys, so let's get right into it. This is a journal that I got in a D-Stash giveaway. The brand is something like Cavallini & Co, I believe. I glued something over the brand, or does it say on the back? No. So I think that's what the brand is called, but I just love this cover. It's very travel themed, of course. It literally says travels on the front, and ironically, Japan actually isn't on the cover, but that's okay. It's super cute regardless. I love the colors, and yeah, let's get right into it. So if you've never watched any of my travel journal flip throughs before, you might not know that for all of my travel journals, I like to have a color theme or a color scheme, I guess. So for this journal, I mainly used yellow, green, and pink supplies to decorate just because those colors reminded me of like cherry blossoms, and I don't know, it's just very Japan to me. And of course, part of it was inspired by this cherry blossom journaling card that I got from Papershare. I will leave my referral link for 10% off your first order to Zenny Shop down below. But yeah, so this card I thought was perfect for decorating this little front page here. It just has different types of cherry blossoms. Super cute. And then here on this page, we have another Papershare journaling card. Like I said, this was volume number 52, so I just wrote that in here. And this was another card that I got for free in one of my orders. Zenny always includes 2 free journaling cards in all orders. And since this one also had a lot of green and pink, I thought it would be perfect. This setup is super, super cute. I do have a video talking through the setup in a little bit more detail if you want to check that out, but I love the little cover page that I did here. I used some printables from Pink Planner Shop to decorate, along with some little Pantone stickers, and these little florals are from another Papershare sheet. And in that setup video, I did go through all the supplies that I brought for my trip, and I'm really happy to say that I used up every single individual sticker flake that I brought on the trip and most of these sticker sheets that I brought. So that is very exciting. You guys know I love using up my stationery. I'm a huge advocate for using what you have, and so I was very happy to use up a lot of my stationery on this trip. Anyway, super cute, just says Japan 2024 here. Now on this side, I have another Papershare journaling card with my trip expenses. This card came, I believe, with this card in an order, and it says cherry blossom on it. So again, I thought that was perfect. I didn't go to Japan during cherry blossom season, but the colors and the aesthetic just fit so, so well. So in here, I wrote all of the expenses, basically all the things I bought for myself or I bought for my friends, just kind of for fun. It's not really any serious kind of spending tracking, but I just like to kind of commemorate it here. And I think at some point I had bought so many things that I gave up on writing what I had bought for myself. So there's that. I love Japan. On this side, we have a little packing list. I don't really use this as an actual packing list and check it off as I go. I just kind of write down the things that I want to bring. Yeah, it's not that serious. But moving on, we have the first day of the trip, which was Saturday, May 25th. And as you can see, all the decorations that I'm using are pretty much either green, yellow, or pink colored. And of course there's a little bit of brown here, but to me that's pretty neutral. And so when I'm doing my travel journals, I decorate in a way that's very different from my regular daily journals. I kind of just stick random stickers all over the page just to add a little bit of color. And it's a great way for me to use up a lot of my more miscellaneous stationery items, things that I might not see myself using in my regular journal. And yeah, so it's always super fun. I get to use up a bunch of my plain colored washies. Actually, on this trip, I think I used up 7 rolls of washi, which is amazing. And yeah, so here is Saturday, May 25th. I just wrote about my day. If you're curious about any specific stationery items, you can always let me know in the comments. I'm not going to go through every single thing because that would take forever. But for example, this printable here is from Papershare. It's for free from her Facebook group, so I would definitely recommend joining that. But yes, if you have any questions, just ask in the comments. Now, I do my travel journals in a very specific order as well. I always write about my day first, and then I put in different ephemera bits from throughout the day. So we have my boarding pass, we have this back of the luggage tag, a little Air Canada logo here because we took Air Canada, my, what is this called? Luggage tag, and then we have a Tim Hortons receipt, and then also this packaging from a travel toothpaste that I had brought on the trip. Literally, I will stick the most random things in my journals when they are travel journals just for the fun of it. Okay, next we have Sunday here, Sunday, May 26th. Basically, these 2 days were kind of combined because we left on the Saturday and arrived on the Sunday, so it was a bit awkward for me to figure out how to journal it. I split it up the best that I could. But yeah, super cute. I love this little lemon tea sticker here. It's from Papershare. As you can see, I kind of have an obsession with Papershare. And then I love this little peach memo here as well. As you can see, I'm really sticking to my color scheme. On this page here, we have the ephemera from that day. I had forgotten my contact lens solution, so we went out and bought that. We have a little customs form, a receipt. I thought this receipt was so cute with the little dog here on the logo. This was some Japan tourism safety information card that I just picked up from the airport because why not? And then we have some receipts from getting my Suica card, getting dinner, as well as the contact solution receipt. Now here is an empty page because I'm saving it for the pictures that we took. I have not really taken the time to go through and print out all the pictures that I want to for this journal. And I figured just kind of for a little bit of privacy, I would just do the journal flip through without the pictures. So I hope you guys don't mind. But if you see any empty pages in the journal, it's because I plan to fill it with pictures from the trip. Okay, moving on to Monday here. We are continuing with first the daily entry. I use some washi tape from the Coffee Monsters Co., some printables from Pink Planner Shop to decorate as per usual. Of course, lots of washi. This was actually a sticker from a strawberry daifuku that we purchased, and since it was pink and green, I was like, let me just peel that off and use it as decorations in my journal. I thought that was kind of fun. This here is the packaging from a setting spray that I got. Love this setting spray. And we also have the tag from my dad's Mickey Mouse Uniqlo shirt that he bought. I love sticking this kind of stuff in. Here, I just put in this little pocket. This is actually a pocket that I had gotten in some Happy Mail a long time ago. And for some reason, I never wanted to throw it away, but I also never really had a reason to use it. So since my travel journal is such like a cacophony, did I use that word correctly? I don't know, of like miscellaneous stationery, I figured let me just bring it and I can stick some ephemera in it. So in here, we have a tag for my mom's shirt that she purchased. And then we also have a little cosmetic pamphlet thing that I thought was cute and I just wanted to grab it. So stuck those in there. Here we have the packaging from these doll cakes that we ate. They were super, super yummy, just like little dough balls with red bean paste inside. Super good. On the back here, we just have some random receipts. This is from when we refilled our Suica cards. This was this little perfume sample, like you could spray the perfume on it. It was like a little card. I don't know what you call this, but it was super cute, so I kept it. And then we went to the Shin Nakamise shopping street, so I took that from the pamphlet and stuck that in as well. We have lots and lots of receipts here, but the most exciting thing on this day was definitely the go-karts that I went on. In Japan, there are a lot of companies that do these go-kart rides through the streets of Japan. So like we did it in Tokyo, and that was so, so fun. Like it was so crazy to be driving on the streets next to like trucks and cars. And it was just a really great experience. I would definitely recommend doing it if you go. And yeah, so that's that. And then under it, I just stuck in some other random things. Okay, moving on, we have space for pictures. And then on Tuesday here, I decorate with some more washi, some more stickers. Again, super random, but just to add a little bit more color to the page, I love to do that. Here on this day, we went to TeamLabs, and so I took the giant pamphlet, cut it down a little bit, and then just stuck it in here. Very exciting. I loved this flower garden exhibit. It was very, very pretty. And then on this side, I just used some more stickers and washi and ephemera to decorate. Here we have receipts from this little restaurant. This was from a grocery store. This is from a sweet potato that we purchased. And then we have a stationery shop that we stopped at, my Shake Shack receipt, because for some reason we decided to go to Shake Shack. They had a black sesame shake though that was really, really yummy. We have a Lawson receipt, this little perfume sample that I just stuck in, a GU business card, as well as a GU tag. And then in Japan, there are a lot of stamps at like different metro stations, or sometimes even like places will have it. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but we found some in Nara, we found some at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building and stuff like that. So there are a lot of places where you can collect these stamps. Some people will do it in a book, but what I did was I brought little squares of paper and I just brought those around with me and used them to stamp on the little stamps whenever I saw them, and then stuck them in my journal. So this was the first one we had ever gotten. It was from a station. It says right here, but I can't really read it. And that was very exciting to find my first stamp. Okay, we have more space for pictures. And then on Wednesday here, we went to the Making of Harry Potter Warner Brothers Studio tour thing, which was very exciting. Decorated with some more stationery. And then I also had these cute little Wonton in a Million Hagao Potter stickers. And so I brought those along with me to decorate. And I just think these are super, super cute. You can see they're kind of like sprinkled out throughout the spread. Here we have a receipt from the Butterbeer bar, a tag from a shirt that my sister got. This was a receipt from the Backlot Cafe, which is the cafe inside the tour. When we ordered one of the dishes, it came with this little Gryffindor not bookmark, but like it was stuck in the food. And so I stuck that in my journal as well. Of course, more Hagao Potter stickers, super, super cute. We have another stamp here from Toshimaen Station, which was the station that led us to the Warner Brothers studio. We have more of the Hagao Potter stickers, some receipts. This was from my first shabu shabu experience. It was so, so yummy. And then because our feet were hurting from walking so much, we bought these refresh sheets very often throughout the trip and just used them every night. So I stuck in the packaging for that as well. From the Harry Potter studio tour, I bought these 4 washi tapes. They were on sale, so it ended up being like $5 for 4 washi tapes. And the washi tapes had so much washi on it. Actually, let me just show it to you guys. I have it right here. Is it right here? Yeah, so this is one of the tapes. This is the Luna Lovegood one. And seriously, look at how much tape comes on this roll. It was like such a good deal. So I wanted to pick them up just as a little souvenir. And yeah, so I stuck in little swatches here. We have more of the stickers. And yes, here I kept the rest of the sticker sheets because I figured when I put in my photos, I might want to use these stickers to decorate as well. Moving on, we have Thursday, May 30th. I just wrote 2 pages that day, used some Coffee Monsters Co. washi to decorate, and some paper char stickers. And then here we have a bunch of stamps. We went to this one station, which was the Hakone, no, it was the Odawara station, and they had 4 different stamps, so I literally stamped all 4 of them, and I think they're super, super cute. We have some receipts from different places. Honestly, like, I don't really remember what these places were except for this, which was the same little, like, it was kind of like a convenience store with just food and like hot food. I don't really know how to explain it, but we went there again, and then this was probably just from some drugstore purchases, and then this I think was a bakery. So yes, a bunch of different random receipts. I love to just collect them, and I think they're so cute to put in your journal along with the stamps. And yes, that is it for that. We have space for pictures. On the Friday, we went to an onsen for the first time, which was so exciting and very, very fun. It was definitely a very unique experience, and I really, really enjoyed it. I was a bit sick that day, so I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much as I could have, but I'm really glad we went. This was the little pamphlet that you got there. Decorated with some ephemera, of course, matching the color scheme. Here they gave us this little rules and manners of public onsen little brochure pamphlet flyer thing, and I thought it was so cute with the little drawing, so I kept that and stuck it in, of course. More stickers and ephemera and washi. Here we just have the ephemera from the day. This was from the bakery. This was the onsen receipt. This was the Hakone Open Air Museum ticket. We went there after the onsen. We got a tofu shake, which was pretty yummy. This is a pamphlet or a map for the Hakone Open Air Museum. More receipts, a Lawson receipt, and another ticket. We have space for pictures here. And then we're moving on to Saturday, again, decorating with some random ephemera. We went to this Papa Chicken restaurant for dinner, and the fried chicken, the corn dog, the mochi cheese balls, they were so good. It was a really great meal, and I kept the menu because why not? Here we decorate with some more stickers and washi. More stickers and washi. That was my day. Oh, and it looks like this washi is peeling off, so let's fix that. The thing is, when I'm on the trip, I feel like by the end of the day, I'm usually pretty tired, and not the last thing, but I'm not always in the mood for journaling. So sometimes I do rush it a bit, so that's why things are not fully stuck down. But I feel like this journal just holds so many memories, and I'm so grateful that all of them are stuck in here, even if some of them are peeling off. Okay, here we have a bunch of different receipts. I love that some of them are colored. I think that's kind of fun. And then we just have space for pictures. So that day was not super exciting. On the Sunday here, I actually wrote with these pens that I got from, what's it called, Daiso. It was 10 for $1, and I was like, oh my god, that's such a good deal. Only for me to go home and find out that they were ballpoint pens, not the gel ink pens that I thought they were. Honestly, it was my fault because it literally said ballpoint pens in English on the packaging, and I was just too overexcited to notice that. Regardless, I was like, let me try out the pens, but honestly, I just don't like it because if you compare how dark the ink is on this spread versus this spread here, you can just tell that it's not the same. So I will stick with my Dollarama pens, but I do have a bunch of these ballpoint pens, and I figured I would at least give them a shot. Okay, so this was Sunday, June 2nd, decorated with, again, the same ephemera that you've been seeing throughout. I love that I got to use some of these paper char Japanese snack stickers on the days where I tried those snacks. So on this day, we had this little like 3-colored, tri-colored mochi ball stick. I think it's called dango, but not 100% sure. And it was really fun. Like, I just love that I got to use the sticker on the day that I ate it. So, yes. Super cute. On this day, we went to Daiso. Yes, Daiso. And so I put in a bunch of tags from things that we got. I got this cute little koala bear washi, which is just the cutest. We went to the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. The stamp is gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. And of course we had the dango, so I stuck in more dango stickers. We went to the Disney store and they gave out these little cards. And yes, that is pretty much it for that. Space for pictures, of course. On this Monday here, I wrote 3 pages. We refilled our Suica cards, and I love that they print the receipts on like different colored little papers like this. This one has a little green train design, I think, in the background, which is super cute. Nothing too special about the ephemera here. On this day, we tried Japanese McDonald's for the first time. We got the Shaka Shaka chicken and the shrimp burger. They were really, really yummy. And then we had gyoza for dinner. So of course I stuck in a little gyoza sticker. We went to Lawson, of course, typical. Oh, and this was my bullet train ticket, which is really fun. Yes, okay. Moving on, we have space for pictures as always. On the Tuesday here, I stuck in this stamp that I got from the Kashoji Temple, which is very fun. Like I said, I did bring a bunch of my little papers, just like pre-cut squares of paper for when I saw stamps, but sometimes places would have paper available for you to stamp, which is pretty fun. And so whenever that was an option, I definitely took that chance to use the papers that they gave, just because sometimes they would have like drawings on it like this. And yeah, I also got some eye drops that day, so stuck that in there. I wrote 3 pages for that day. On this side, we have this little, I don't even know, little like paper that I picked up from one of the temples that we visited. I thought it was just really pretty, so I figured why not. We did go to Nishihonwanji, which was kind of like I don't know, it just had like multiple buildings in this enclosed area, which was really fun. I think it says somewhere in here, or perhaps not. Okay, anyway, so I stuck the pamphlet in here, and then from this place right here, we got 3 stamps, which is really, really cool, and so I stuck all 3 of them in here, and then just used some stickers to decorate beside it, just to fill in a bit of the empty space. I actually really like how this looks here. Here we have another pamphlet from the Kashoji Temple, which was where we got the stamp on this page. And again, you can kind of see, like, I just kind of attached all of them together. It was a bit confusing, but they're all stuck in here, which is kind of fun. Okay, here we have yet another pamphlet. You know, I feel like on vacation, you always collect so many of these pamphlets. They just hand them to you, and so I figured I would stick them in my journal. And they're fun to look back at. I love this map here. This was from yet another temple, which was very nice. To be honest, though, I feel like once you start looking at so many different temples, they all kind of blend together. But yes, this one was very nice. I remember like the gold was really pretty. Okay, here we just have a little chopstick holder that I glued in, a receipt from a grocery store. This was the ticket, I believe, to go into this area here. It wasn't just the temple. There was like kind of a path around it, which was cool. And on this day we got matcha ice cream, and so I stuck in part of the cone wrapper here. A little stamp that we got here, and this day we did our first gachapon, and so I got this pin right here, which was very exciting. Here we have a receipt for I don't know what, couldn't tell you, and then we have a ticket for the Nijojo Castle, which was another fun heritage site. This business card came from the place where we had dinner, I believe, and I just love the little art here, so I took that as well. We have space for pictures. On Wednesday here, I got another stamp. This was from Saga Arashiyama, which was kind of just another area. This was where the bamboo forest is, which is very popular, which is probably also why there's a bit of bamboo around here. They gave us the paper for this one. As you can tell, it's like printed out with color, which I thought was kind of cool. And yeah, so wrote 3 pages for that day. I was really trying to give these ballpoint pens a chance, but I just did not enjoy it. Okay, here we have yet another pamphlet. We have a ticket from one of the temples we visited, the packaging from some earrings that I purchased, and then yet another little Suica card reload receipt. Again, it does have a different background, which is really fun. On this side, we went to Daiso once again, and so I stuck in the packaging for some things that we purchased, a little pouch, a little, what's it called, like headband, face washing headband wrap thing, a little hair clip that I purchased, the receipt from Tully's Coffee where we went for lunch, and then we have some more stamps here, which again, I always think are super, super fun. I love that these ones were purple too. Sometimes they're not super like inky because they've been used so much, but I don't really mind. Okay, on this page we have space for pictures, and on this page as well. On Thursday, June 6th, we went on a boat ride. It was literally 3 people like manually rowing and pushing a boat through the water, which was really, really cool. And honestly, the view was amazing. Everything was so green and so beautiful, and I just really enjoyed this experience. I would definitely recommend if you're going to be in the area. So here's a little pamphlet, of course, never-ending amount of pamphlets. Wrote 2 pages for that day. And then they had stamps at the little boat ride headquarters or like office, so we got those as well. They had 2 different types of printed paper and 2 different stamps, so I think normally you're supposed to put both stamps on one piece of paper, but I wanted both pieces of paper, so I did 1 stamp on each. On that day we did another gachapon, and I got this little sea snake pin right here, which was so adorable. To be honest though, I really wanted this one right here, but it's okay. Here's the ticket from the boat ride experience. We went to a little Miffy cafe. Here is another stamp, which I thought this one was super pretty. It has like the little boat in the water, which I thought was really cool. Okay, we have yet another stamp, super fun, and then some receipts and this little like disc thing where you could like write a wish and then hang it on this wall. So we did that, and then I took an extra one of the little discs to put in my journal. Space for pictures. On this day here, what did we do? I can't quite remember, but I got this fun stamp. This was in Kyoto, I'm pretty sure. We were still in Kyoto here. But yeah, super fun. Wrote 2 pages for this day. And then I had this super pretty ticket from the Kiyomizu temple, which is actually the temple that was on the pin that I got from the gachapon, which is kind of fun. On this day, we tried takoyaki, so I put that sticker from Paper Shart in here as well. We have some fun stamps. We went to a Studio Ghibli store and got a chestnut cake from Sir Thomas Lipton, which was really yummy. Picked up some things from a little drugstore pharmacy on the side of the road. I got this little hair slick stick, and I wish I could tell you what this is, but I'm not sure. Oh, this is where we got some croquettes, which were really yummy. I'm glad I wrote this on the side because otherwise I really wouldn't remember. We have some more space for pictures, of course. On Saturday, we went to Nara, which is where the really popular deer park is. And so I had this little pink envelope that had a little deer on it. So I literally brought it for the purpose of using it in my journal on the Nara day. And in here, I believe I just have some, oh, this is a ticket that we got that day. I think for the train, railway, question mark. Yeah, so I wrote 2 pages for that day, and it looks like I forgot to stick on the June 8th, so I ended up sticking it on the envelope, but that's okay. Here on this day, we had gotten a special like day pass for the railway, so we could take the train and the bus as many times as we wanted. So here's the little pamphlet or envelope for that. We have some fun stamps here, and a really tiny stamp. This one, I was shocked at how small it was, but I was like, whatever, I'm gonna get it anyway. We have some receipts, some tickets, these really fun stamps from Nara. I love this one with the deer. I'm not sure the significance of the French horn, if that is a French horn, but I love the deer, and this one was super pretty as well. Very fun. Okay, we have 2 pages for pictures. And on Sunday, June 9th, I wrote 3 pages that day, used a bunch of stationery to decorate, as per always. Love this little souffle pancake sticker. For the ephemera for that day, we bought a cheesecake. This is a little chopstick holder. We refilled our Suica cards once again, and this one has yet another different colored background. We did go shopping at Uniqlo, and they gave us this little tax refund guide, and so I stuck that in my journal as well. We have a receipt from some snacks, from Revolving Sushi, as well as a tag from the pink Uniqlo like half moon bag that I got, which I love. Space for pictures, of course. On the Monday here, we made it to Osaka, and so I got this little stamp, which I think is very pretty. I love this like castle building in the background. I just think this is very pretty. Wrote 3 pages that day. Here we got McDonald's, or I got McDonald's. I got the garlic chicken or garlic teriyaki chicken burger. Honestly, not my favorite, but I love that it came with an Earl Grey milk tea. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of fun because that's not an option here in Canada. On that day, we did go to the Osaka Tower to go on the tower slide, which was pretty cool. Yeah, so that's a little ticket from that. We have another stamp here. And then on that day, I did yet another gachapon for this little squishy keychain. I got this stingray one right here, but I really wanted this thing. I actually don't even know what animal this is supposed to be, but I'm obsessed with it. The shape to me is just so freaking cute. So yeah, but regardless, this one is super cute as well. We passed by this little art exhibit, which was really cool. The artist was like amazing. I was looking at all her art and she was painting there live, and it was just so cool. So I just took her little business card because I thought it was so pretty. Like, look at how gorgeous that is. And I stuck that in my journal. Got some clothes from GU, super fun. We loved shopping at GU while we were in Japan. It was just like, they had such cute clothes for like great prices, and they were just amazing quality, and you really can't beat that. Here we just have another flyer from the art exhibit, a receipt from dinner, a receipt from the grocery store, don't know what this is, and then a little GU tag once again. Space for pics, of course. And then on the Tuesday here, I stuck in another envelope here. So let's see what's in there. We have a fun little business card. Just the most random things. Wrote 2 pages for that day. And then for the ephemera here, we have a stamp from the Osaka Castle Museum, which the Osaka Castle was really pretty. And it was kind of fun to walk up all the way to the top. I got some Pachako tape from a dollar store. We have another stamp from the Osaka Metro. Another stamp here that's kind of faded. We did another gachapon. This one was for Osaka, and I really wanted either Pachako, Tuxedo Sam, or Cinnamon Roll, and I got Hello Kitty. So I ended up giving it to my cousin, but I feel like the gachapons always get you. They're just so fun and exciting, and even when you get like the one that you didn't want, you know, you can always pass it on. So there's that. We have another little stamp here. This was the tag on my beef box that I got for dinner. It was really yummy. And then we walked into this random bookstore and they had this cute little bookmark, so I just took it to put in my journal just because. Okay, here we just have some more receipts. This one was from a coffee store, right? Sakai Coffee. I actually don't really know what this is. Oh, maybe this is where we got some, what's it called? Like powdered mixes for drinks, but I'm not 100% sure. Or maybe we just got some candy here. I don't know. I should have written it down, but I swatched the Pachako tape that I got. Isn't it so cute? We have more of the packaging from the beef box that I had for dinner. So yummy. And then we have this cute little milk tea stamp, which I thought was super cute. Okay, 2 pages for pictures on that day. On the Wednesday here, I just decorate with more ephemera. Again, it would take me forever if I went through every sticker, but of course we have some paper char. On this day we went to, was this when we went to? Yes, this was when we went to Gyukaku, which is like a barbecue place, and we had wagyu for dinner. It was delicious. This was probably my favorite meal of the trip, so much so that we went again the next night just because it was so good and so affordable for what it was. I got these cute little cinnamon roll cable protectors, and then we just have some packaging here from a pouch that my dad got, another pouch that I got, this pouch that my mom got. We are really into the pouches. They were just so cute. And I feel like pouches are always useful for traveling, for just putting in a tote bag, whatever. This was a little thing that they stuck in our food that we got from Gyukaku. They were doing a collab with Demon Slayer, where if you bought like the Demon Slayer dishes, they also gave you a little gift for it, whatever. I feel like I shouldn't bother trying to explain, but this was super cute and it came stuck in the food, so I just cleaned it and then stuck it in my journal. We have 2 pages for pictures that day. On the Thursday here, I wrote 3 pages, and then I also had this cute little envelope that had come in Happy Meal a long time ago. Did I say Happy Meal? I meant Happy Mail a long time ago, and I had always kept it because I thought it was just made so prettily, but I never knew what to do with it. And so I brought it on the strip because it had a bit of yellow and green on it, and I used it as a bit of decor for my daily entry and also as a way to stick in some receipts. So we have some 3-coin receipts as well as a Suica card refill receipt. Okay, on this day, we have some ephemera from Can-Do, which was like a little dollar store. We have this cute little business card, but we ended up not eating here because they only took cash and we didn't have that much cash left. But I thought this business card was so cute, so I stuck it in as well. My dad bought a little like hand grip or grip strength squeezer thing from the dollar store, and so I stuck the tag in here as well. And then on this day, we went to Gyukaku again. Like I said, I told you guys we went 2 nights in a row because it was just so good. This is where we went for lunch. We got another Sir Thomas Lipton chestnut cake, so yummy. And then this place, we had went in, but they were going to close down like in between lunch and dinner. So we ended up not eating there. But I saw this fun little trading card that they had, so I just took it because I thought it was so cute. And it's a little bit sparkly, but I don't know if you can tell right now. Okay, I left 3 pages for pictures that day. What could we have done that would require 3 pages for pictures? Let's see. Oh, this was the day that we did the tea ceremony in Kyoto, where we also got to dress up in the kimonos. And so I figured we would have a lot of pictures from that day. And so that's why I left 3 pages. Okay, makes sense. On this day, the Friday, we went to an outlet mall in Rinkyu Town. And so I wrote, let's see, 3 pages that day, stuck in this little pamphlet for these little like beanbag things. They had a store there and it was so fun. My sister and I just sat in it for a few minutes to rest our feet, but they were really comfortable. And yeah, so I just took another pamphlet for that. We have a little chopstick holder. I just like to collect these because I think they're a fun ephemera to put in your journal. Of course, another Suica refill card. We literally refilled our Suicas so many times, but yeah. Here we have a receipt from lunch, I believe. And then we have a little pamphlet from the Sanrio store that we went to. I literally don't know what this is about, maybe an app or something, but I just thought it was super cute. Like, is this not adorable? And then we have a tag from the Pachako shirt that I got. It was super, super cute. I love wearing it. And then we have a receipt from the grocery store. Place for pictures, of course. Oh, also at this mall, it was next to the sea and there was this lookout that was so beautiful. We caught the sunset and it was just like, I feel like such a perfect way to end our trip. Okay, Saturday was the day that we flew back home, so I wrote 3 pages that day. Earlier in the morning, we had gone to Mr. Donut, so I stuck part of the bag in here with some receipts on the back. We also ended up spending a little bit of time at the zoo, and so I stuck in our ticket for that along with a cute little stamp. This was for the zoo station, I believe, because this kind of looks like the zoo entrance. Because we had gotten the welcome Suica, which expires 28 days after you first get it, you know, I didn't need to save it for anything anymore. We were home, so I glued my Suica card in here. We have another Suica refill as well as the reference paper for the Suica. And then we just have some little Air Canada stuff that I stuck in as well. We have a baggage tag. They gave us this Dior perfume fragrance sample to smell at the airport when we were walking through the duty-free section, and so I glued that in here as well. We had gone to a lounge, so I took the little Wi-Fi password paper and stuck that in, and then we just have some more little Air Canada things. Wow, what a long flip through. Honestly, this trip was so amazing, and I'm so grateful to have had this experience. I can't wait to put all the pictures in here and kind of relive it before shelving it away on my completed journal shelf. This was such a fun journal to look through, and I hope you guys feel that way as well. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!